Hey ladies, I want to talk to you today about how I get my hostesses to continue gathering orders and upping their sales after the party but before we close. So I always give them 3 days to close their party, and we set that date at Hostess Coaching. We let her know when she'll be closing her party. But what I do is I fill out an order form for them. And on my order form, as you can see, it says her name, it says her party total, which is where she's at when I leave her house. It also says in the circle, tells her how much she needs to get to 600, because also in Hostess Coaching, I tell my hostesses we don't stop until we get to the $600 level. So the first thing I write over here is the $600 level. I write what she's getting there, her free or half price, her exclusives, her monthly special, and then I write how many specials the customers could have gotten but did not take. Okay, then in the middle I write versus. Then I give her a couple levels up. I never go to the next level. I give her a couple so she can see this jump in the free products, okay? So then you can just work on with her and say, okay, so this is where you're going to be for sure, but I think you can get to the $900 level because that's going to give you another $50 free, okay? So I write this down so she has the visual. Over here, I write who owes money, so who gave me an order and said they were going to get their money to her later. And then I write the orders, who she has to collect from yet. So I will ask her, okay, so you said we had 11 people coming today and only 7 were here. So who are the other 4? I'm going to write their names down so you know to get their orders. And then I'll ask her who else said maybe that they would come and who else was not able to come. Did you ask those people if they had orders? Who else do you think that would like to have some? Is there somebody maybe you forgot to invite? And anybody from her family. So I give these suggestions, and as she's telling me their names, I'm writing them down here. Maybe she says, oh, well, I have an order, but I left it at work. She paid me, but it's in my desk at work or whatever. So you write down, order from work. So that she doesn't forget who she said she was going to follow up with. Okay? So I put all that on the order form for her, so it's right in front of her. So now, like I said, I don't show anything less than the $600 level. If they are at more than $600, when I leave their house, I jump right to the $1,200. So I put whatever level they're at, and then I jump to the $1,200. And this one might be a little bit harder to see, because this was my copy. It didn't transfer right. So this girl was at $800 when I left her house, and she is determined to get to $1,200. So I wrote down what she's getting now versus what she's going to get. Okay, and especially when you do that $1,200, they see those free exclusives. They go from being able to purchase them to being able to free. They see that big jump in the hostess credits, and those are all great things that keep them working to get their sales after the party. Also, those specials. You know how I wrote on the bottom how many specials were not taken? Be sure to always tell your hostess how many specials they're not taking and that she could take them if she wanted. And that's because you get paid on those specials, okay? So you want to sell every single one of them. That ups her sales. That, in some cases, will even bump her to the next level that she gets more free credit. And, of course, ups your paycheck because we do, like I said, get paid on those. Now, another thing about specials, when you're writing up the customer order, customers don't remember that they can get a special. So never, ever, ever assume that they do not want their special just because they didn't put it on their order form or just because they didn't tell you. At my parties, I give a customer special to every single person. They have to touch it. And half of them forget that there's a special, even though they have already touched it. So they'll give me their order form. Maybe they have 2, even over the last week. Like I've had people get 3 specials and they're like, oh, what were those specials again? I'm like, give me the paper that's in your hand, I'll show you. Because they just forget, okay, with so many products, so many choices. So always make sure that you're suggesting that customer special to them if it's not already on their order form. Because, like I said, you need to sell them. People love to get a deal, and of course they're going to take them, especially next month when we can get 3 of them for each 35. It's going to be great. Okay, I hope that helps you and get some extra sales after your party.